Hi, Capricorn. It's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading today. We have a tarot reading just for you, Capricorn. And, take a fifth, leave the rest out. These are general readings, right? If you want your own reading, I'll talk about that in just a few minutes after we complete the oracle reading here. The tarot, right? Meditation. We have the Grove. So the Grove is about forgiving. Yeah, it is about healing. Not necessarily forgiving, but healing. And this is a very favorable card where things are moving forward. Yeah, for you, Capricorn. Meditation is a number 7, and a 7 is, go deep, right? Or evaluating. But with meditation, it is go within. And somebody looks like they have done that. We have honesty, and this is honesty. Be honest with yourself. That's really what this card talks about. Be honest with yourself about change and movement or progress. All right. This is you want to be happy. It does look like, or, but you could be being honest about healing the situation with somebody, maybe. But this is good so far. Excuse me. Let's get a couple cards from the Law of Attraction deck. Yeah, I don't know how she. We have the 8 of Pentacles and the World card showing up with naked babies here, but they're babies, right? But that's what we'll cover just in case. And the last piece is going into the puzzle, the remaining last piece in the corner. And that means things are coming together for you. That means things are completing or, really coming together nicely for you, Capricorn. That's what the Grove talks about. And let's have a look here at this 8 of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles showing up, and this is changes due to a career. Can be about career. Here's the woman. She looks like she's dressed for a career, right? With her, her suit and her kind of cool boots. She's got a briefcase here. And this is about career. Changes due to an inheritance or a wedding. An enviable position. The learning of a new discipline can help you make your dreams come true. All right, that's what they're talking about in terms of career. But there could be money coming to you, right, with this inheritance, or it doesn't have to be that, because the 8 rules the 8th house in astrology. That's what this is based on when we talk about inheritances, right? It's a Scorpio card, this energy, excuse me, and you might be receiving money. It doesn't have to be an inheritance, or, maybe you're getting married. But there are changes, looks like, due to joint finances, possibly, right? But remember, an inheritance, whoever you got the money from, they may not be here to actually, joint finance with you, kind of. You know what I mean by that. The learning of a new discipline. Okay, we talked about that. And let's get right into it, Capricorn. This is going to be an interesting reading. If you want to get a psychic reading with me, you sure can. I always check for accuracies with my client, and they are, if you have a question about somebody because they're a mystery to you in any way, shape, or form, or they're just acting different, yeah, or for your own insight. It doesn't have to be romantic, or it can be career, it can be about your family, it can be about your best friend, or whatever that is, right? Yeah. So let's get into it. I'm also a life coach, a Silva grad, past life regression therapist. Yeah, if you want to get one of those, they bring major self-awareness. There is no evolving without it. It's just how it works. And it's interesting how sometimes how self-aware we think we are, but we're not, because we're not aware of that, right? Let's get into it. And the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords, Capricorn. In the past, we're doing a past, present, and future reading. In the past is the 10 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles. So, this here and the Queen of Wands. So there is a lot of, this meditation is about going back and forth. This is somebody who's going within with, like, it doesn't have to be problems, but seeking answers, right? The 2 of Pentacles there with the 10 of Swords. So something ends, and somebody might be wondering if that ending will bring them happiness, bring them a new world. We have the World card. Yeah, that's what's going on here. Like in a nutshell, for sure. Then the Fool, the Emperor, the Five of Swords. Okay, we're going to have to take both cards. Wheel of Fortune, Five of Swords. And we have three majors here in the current energy. That means the most important part of this is happening now. The Fool, this is taking a leap of faith, but the Emperor is there to direct it, to like produce it, to guide it, right? To manage it. This is taking life into your own life into your hands. The Fool is about your own situation, taking your own life into your hands. The Emperor is taking control, putting things into order so they can have stability. It's a number 4. The 4 is stability. This is Cancer, like the 4th house in astrology is about stability, because that's what Cancer wants. Emotional stability, right? Which is really kind of smart if you think about it. Yeah, it is. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Five of Swords is here, Capricorn. So the Five of Swords right here is basically, this is some type of an ending, because here we have the Ten of Swords. Somebody could be wondering, if I end something, close the door on something, can I have a new situation with Capricorn, the Fool? And you might be doing this, but these are typically love readings, right? These are usually, you could be doing this yourself, Capricorn. Maybe this is a career over here that you want to end. There was a card that talked about career, talked about money and inheritances. And I mean, that could be any 8th house. When they say inheritance, it can be anything where you're getting money, 401k, cashing it in, right? Stocks or, things like that, pensions or whatever. But here, maybe somebody who does want to marry you, though, because we had that, that was mentioned as well. Yeah, with the Oracle. So there's some type of a defeat here in order to make way or room for this new beginning, the Fool. The Wheel of Fortune is here. That means that this is guided, right, by the universe. This is Spirit stepping in. It is the divine when we have the Wheel of Fortune, right? It is. And, the Wheel of Fortune can be fate and destiny, but it's also you, like, co-creating with the universe. And then we call that shape-shifting. Like when you are trying to kind of make something, work for yourself. Or it really means you're trusting in the universe, so you are co-creating with the universe. You're trusting in that all is well. That's what you're trusting in, that there is a higher power. Like some people call it God, right? And, some people go to church for that. But it is really within. It is really within. Yeah. That would have to be a longer discussion. We have the Star card, and we'll cover the Star because there she is again, flaunting her chest, right? Yeah, she is. We have the Queen of Cups with it, and let's see what else. We have the Eight of Wands, and that is change and growth, right? We already have this Eight of Pentacles, which talked about progress with the with the other deck. So 8 of Wands is here. It's change, Capricorn. The Star is hope for the future. Let's move the camera down one more time, if we can here. Yeah, this is having... I have to work with this a little bit. All right, here we go. Okay, so here we are. So we have, the Star is about hope for the future. There is so much hope for the future in this reading. And something really ended over here at 10 of Swords in the past. So somebody's being honest with themselves. That's what the card is about. Be honest with yourself. That's the most important. If you want to lie to other people, I don't condone it. But when you lie to yourself, it's just a self-betrayal, right? About what's important to you in your life, your values, about really what you want, right? You're just brushing things underneath the carpet until pretty soon there's such a big lump in the carpet that you can't walk. And so here, the Queen of Cups, this is love, inspiration, hope. It can be a healing. It's possible that the Grove can talk about healing. Maybe you need to heal something with this person. But the fact that somebody is taking their life into their own hands here. And I feel like going after the love that they really want. That's how this reading looks. And it may be a career as well, right? It talked about a wedding could I don't know, you can move because of a wedding, you get married, or you could move because of some money coming in to you. These are major life changes, though. These are eighth house themes, and for Scorpio, intimate relationships and money. This may be career as well, possibly. Maybe it's not about inheritance, but you look like you're gonna get some money, and it's gonna change your life. Or somebody's coming into your life who has money, and now you can, maybe build together. But there is change, growth, progress, new beginning here. Yeah. And we also have judgment with it. All right, judgment's in the upright, and this is either a rebirth, but judgment is when you have an awakening and you're able to make decisions now based on your intuition and based on being in your higher vibration, your higher energy, truer to your higher self, right? That's what judgment is about. That's why they are getting a second chance here, right? He said, hurry up and get dressed because, it's really not going to fly, right? Yeah. But, it's a huge change in this reading. It's very beautiful. And maybe there has to be forgiveness here. Could be. Maybe somebody wants, because judgment can talk about forgiveness, right? Yeah, but there's been a decision here. A decision's been made. I feel like you have a new beginning. Somebody out there who's Capricorn definitely does. And it looks like it's beautiful. It looks like it is abundant and very authentic to what you want or what they want. So I feel like somebody loves you in this reading, and they know here that they are finally standing in their power about we have the card, be honest with yourself. So somebody's being honest in this reading about really what's important in their life. And they know that life is really, that if we get into the right perspective, that life is really divine, and it is divine timing and divine justice and divine order that is orchestrating all of it. And you can work with it or you can ignore it. And when you ignore it, things don't work out. No, they're harder. Everything is much harder. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. If you want to see the Libra new moon, the video with the horoscopes for all, I will pin that at the top of the comments. The new moon for Libra was yesterday. Tomorrow the sun moves into Scorpio. Highly interesting, because both Libra and Scorpio are about love. Yeah, they are. Scorpio's about intimate relationships and sex, and sex is just one of the many, but money. And Libra is about relating and being open, but wanting peace and harmony. Very interesting how we have that right coming in. Yeah, very interesting. Thanks so much for joining me. Check out the description box if you want to get a reading with me. They're lots of fun. And please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks so much.